Alright, we're testing this motor for Brian for his chop saw. There's the motor. There's the tester. Now, the first thing we're going to do is start with a high pot test. In other words, a Megger test. And turn on the juice. And we're going to light up. And we're going to look over here. We're going to see that we are at the 500 volt per division line, which means every line is a division. Right now we're at 0. Now, since this is an oscilloscope, that line I'll just move out of the way, or actually I'll make that a marker. That's 2000 volts, so you want to go your maximum voltage time plus 2000, and that's where we don't want to go past. That's 2500. We don't want to put too much voltage to it. So I'll go ahead and, oops, we got to turn it to high pot, I'm sorry. We turn the voltage all the way down, turn it to high pot, and then we're going to go up one. Let's just zero that first. There you go. Get that one out of the way. Take that one, get it right on the line. We could focus that just a little bit too. Go. Now we're going to bring it up to 2000 volts. So there's 5, 10, 15, 20. We'll just push 25,000 volts. Or 2,500 volts. Bring her back down. That's a successful high pot test at 2,500 volts. There's no need to put any more on it than that. We're going to turn off our voltage, turn off our power. The lights stay on as long as it's plugged in. And we just take our ground and we come back and we touch just to make sure it's just charged properly. And we're good. Now, the next test can be the coil-to-coil test. We're going to kick it back on. For this test, I have to hold the switch. They want to have one hand on the switch at all times, so I'm going to have to set the phone down. First thing we're going to do is we're going to bring our lines up to overlapping for either of our oscilloscope. Verify we're on 500 volts per line, because you can have one at one voltage and one at another voltage for different things. This is a pretty useful piece here. Make sure we've got our focused good. Good. Okay. Now go to 1 to 2. We're going to compare coils. You can see it. 1 to 2. Now we're going to hold the key in. I got to put down the phone. Should have balanced there. Okay. We're going to bring the sine wave up. And then we're going to move the sine wave over. And what we're looking for is it to come to an overlap. As I rotate the rotor in the stator, I should be able to bring them into where they overlap, and that's where you're lining up your magnetic fields. Now we're charging each coil, we're charging 2 coils at a time, and we're making sure that we can get the coils to overlap. If they had a different sign on the outbound side, we would know that there was a short in the coil, and it would be, we have examples of it, and we would know that there's a short. You can tell 1 or 2 wines shorted with this process. So then I would let go of the key again. Now we're going to go 1 to 3, and we'll just make sure we can overlap our coils, which we can. If we adjust our position, we're getting a good solid overlap. Let go again. We'll go 2 to 3, and we'll test it again. Again, we're able to bring our coils in place. So we got a good motor.